Seriously, everyone has given us their views about this whole topic. And you people out there, you've not yet. What are you waiting for? Because I really want to hear from you. But anyway, Prudence, about this whole theme, yeah, I heard from Dr. Kiza, but I didn't hear from you.
About the theme of the harmful practices. You know, I really like that, because usually when they talk about practices affecting the African child, our mind immediately runs to the culture practices, and then we start thinking FGM. And by leaving it as harmful practices, we know we're talking about all kinds of practices, including religious practices. For example, there are religious groupings that will not allow a child to get blood transfusion because it's against their religious belief. That child is in danger of losing their lives because of that practice. So we're talking about everything. We're talking about corporal punishments in school. Just the other day we're hearing on news about a child who beat up another child on the orders of the teacher, and the child died. You know, all those are practices that we need to eliminate, because those are all practices that are harmful to children. So you can go on and on. The list just doesn't end about the things that, you know, happen to children, and things that are, you know, avoidable. Things that even the child himself can, you know, try and help the other child and says, you know what, this should not happen. Yeah, so there are very many of those.
So, CJ? CJ, but what's the real name?
Nancy.
Nancy, oh, Nancy. So, you as you, do you believe that you're really supported, like, from that life to the life you're living right now? Do you believe that you're fully supported?
Okay, for now, I live with my mother. She's a single mother. She's giving me everything. I just thank God that God has always been on our side, that she has got what she gives. She takes care of us. Okay? She'll never leave us. She takes us to school. She provides for us. She gives us everything. But why I say it's there is a category of a family where they can't afford anything, and this forces the children themselves to go and do some of those things. Now, like in Banda, there is a stone quarry. Yeah, it's there, and most of those children stay with parents who don't have that enough money to take care of them. So a child comes back, there is no food, there is nothing. So the only option that kid has is to go to the stone quarry. And it is dangerous for the children, at least for an adult. But then a child comes back, no food, they have to first go look for the money, then come and they eat. If not that, there is no money. So this I'm appealing to anyone who is concerned, mostly the government, the NGOs, yeah, those people with money. If they could then make projects for those people who can't afford, those people who don't have jobs, let them get for them projects that are going to help them earn a living, because they cannot keep on sending their children to those stone quarries, because it's harmful, seriously.
Okay. So, Mr. Kiza,
yes, dear.
whose responsibility is it to ensure this right?
Yeah, thank you. But I think your question is cross-cutting, as Nancy has put it.
Yeah, the government.
The government.
But
yes.
you as you.
Yeah, and well, as National Council for Children, we also have an oversight mandate to ensure that we raise advocacy and ensure that these harmful practices are eliminated. But also the civil society organizations, the district leadership. For example, given our decentralization structure, we have local councils, and by virtue of the vice chairperson's position, they also take up the responsibility of being a secretary for children affairs. So I think they should also be playing a very critical role there to ensuring that issues of affecting children in terms of harmful practices should be really fought much against. So every other person, the religious leaders, also have a role to play. I would suggest that wherever they have an opportunity on preaching on the pulpit, talk about these issues, so that every other person, the media, to kindly covering us, the children, and they showing really that need. But we appreciate that the media has really done it. So it's cross-cutting, the government, the district leadership, the civil society organizations, faith-based organizations, and the children.
But I believe it has to start from the parents.
And the parents too, yeah. Parents at that unit level, parental care and responsibility is still lacking.
Yeah, a lot.
Very
And
weak.
this time round, trust me, it's lacking a lot. Because once a child lacks parental care, then however much you as an elder, you might come, but you're not related to that child. So at times they underlook some people, you get. So they'll be like, who is it to tell me? Yet my mom can't even tell me, you get. So as me personally, I think the parental care is needed a lot.
Okay. On the side of the parental care and the guidance, you know, there's some parents, yes, they give you everything. They give you the food, the dressing, the fees, everything. But then there's something lacking that even you as a child you feel is lacking.
They don't
that the
take
parent
time.
doesn't have that time for you, and they don't have the time to talk to you. You know, sometimes you have things that hurt you as a child, and there is no way you're going to face your parents and begin telling your parents this and this. And some parents lack understanding in that even if I talk to you, that parent doesn't understand you as a child. He or she understands himself as a parent. I'm the parent, I'm the big man here, I'm the big woman here.
My word is final.
Yeah, it's final. So even if you tell me a thousand things, I'm not going to listen to anything. So I'm appealing to the parents. Let them have time for their children and let them talk to them, let them ask them. You find that sometimes a child gets up and goes to an outsider to tell him or her
The
problem.
problem,
Yeah,
yeah.
because she feels that person is the only person he or she can talk to and give him or her a solution. So parents should take in that effort. Even if they have that little time, even if you talk to your child for only 5 minutes,
Then
that's okay. As long as you ask her what is going in your life, what are you going through. So some kids keep a lot of secrets inside them.
And where you've had it from the whole group, really, it was really nice being around with you guys, because you've told me a lot and I've learned. Me personally, I've learned, you know, because I can't see my brother suffering and then I just ignore, because even these kids themselves, they have a lot to tell us. Just that in most cases, parents ignore them, you know. So if you're a kid out there, you're suffering, you've done crimes, you've done a lot of bad things, you can change your life. This is not the end of the world. But as for now, every good thing gets to an end. We'll be logging out as soon as possible. But don't forget to find us on our Facebook page. The topic still continues. If you want to contribute to anything, if you want to talk about anything about this or issue of children, if you're a child yourself, you have a problem, you're there, you don't have anyone to talk to, you can just go on Facebook. Tell us. Me as Miss Sasha, I'll try so hard to find a way of helping you out, because this is really touching and we wouldn't love our Ugandan children, the leaders of tomorrow, to be suffering at this moment. Anyway, it was still Teens Club, as always, every Saturday, 11 to 1 p.m., giving you the best of all, teen advice, music and everything. Just enjoy it, keep it locked, have a blessed weekend. We out.
Teens Club is brought to you by
The new intense refreshing Mirinda green apple flavor. Mirinda, free your fun side.
You are watching WBS TV, where quality matters.